Welcome back to Jason's Pen Journey. So today I'm going to show off a new pen that I just got. I know that in a recent video I said something to the effect of that I buy all these pens myself and with my own money and all that, and I'm going to go back on that slightly, in that this pen was bought for me. It was a Christmas gift from my lovely wife April. So I didn't actually buy it myself. It was bought for me, but the principle holds. It was something that she bought direct from a retailer, and the pen is something of a grail pen for me, in that I had been admiring it and was nervous about pulling the trigger on it because of the higher price point. So thank you, April, for buying the pen for me. And it's just a lovely looking pen, and I'm going to actually show you in a moment the pen that she got. So the pen is going to be the Visconti Homo Sapiens. Visconti is an Italian maker, and Homo Sapiens is one of their collections, and it's going to be the lava bronze model. Sometimes marketed as the Bronze Age, but I think that's a little bit of an older marketing copy that I've seen. April did buy this through Pen Boutique here in the US, so not direct from Visconti. Let me switch over to the other camera, and you can see the Visconti Homo Sapiens in lava bronze. Okay, so the Visconti in lava bronze comes in a nice white box. We're getting a reflection of the light here. So nice white box, sleeve, get rid of the sleeve, black box inside. So sorry, it wasn't a white box, it was a black box. And inside we've got our Visconti. It's got our little pen wrapper. We'll get rid of that. Underneath the velvet covering is going to be what I assume is some information about the Visconti Homo Sapiens collection. So yeah, born from lava. It says, forged out of lava, our Homo sapiens bronze unites harmonious shapes to an unforgettable writing experience. It's the Homo sapiens lava bronze. And they talk a bit about some of the other pens, on and on and on. So there's their international warranty. Pen Boutique, thank you. What is this? So that's just a polishing cloth, and that's it for the box. Okay, so let's get the box out of the way and focus on the pen. So where's my little pen rest? Here we go. So here is the Visconti Homo sapiens in lava bronze. So a little bit about the pen from the marketing materials on the website. So they say, our artisans follow a secret procedure that combines the basaltic lava from Mount Etna to resin to obtain a surprisingly smooth and pleasant texture. It's going to be a rose gold nib with bronze in the metalworks. It's going to be a power filler, which is Visconti's quote, extremely high capacity piston filler. It's going to be an 18 karat gold nib. It's got the Visconti bridge clip. It has what's called hydroscopic, which is really supposed to probably be hygroscopic from what I can read on the internet. That'll absorb moisture, so it'll develop a patina over time with use. It'll pull the moisture out of your fingers, allegedly. And it's got a hook safe lock cap, and we'll dive into it. So one of the things that I'm going to do that I probably won't do on a lot of videos is I'm going to do a dip test first. Just make sure that the nib is okay. One of the things that there's a lot of talk on the internet about Visconti, and their quality control is not always the greatest. So a lot of people get nibs from them that are immediately need tuning and fixing. So we're going to do a dip test before we do a proper fill. So I'm going to show that in a moment. So we'll start with which is the pen itself. So let's see, can we see that? Yep. Okay. So you can see on the clip, the bridge clip, it has Visconti printed on both sides. It's a pretty heavy pen. We've got the V in the finial. We get that nice bronze work around the cap band. It does read Homo Sapiens across the band. Another piece of bronze down here at the bottom, and a rounded end cap. So it's a pretty hefty pen. Let's take a look. So that's just a little bit of a, not even a quarter turn to uncap it. So you can see the cap comes in. It's basically you lock that in, and there's a little bit of a spring inside. So when you pop that open, it does come up. So there is the fine nib. It does. Let's see if you can get in close. It does say 18 karat. So 18 karat fine nib is what I got here. It's a heavy pen, so it's not going to be for everybody right off the bat. I like a heavier pen a lot of the time. It's a fairly short section up here for the grip. Let's see if it does post. I think it does. It does. It's pretty secure. Um, the weight with that heavy brass clip is going to be probably something that I don't want to keep posted, but it does post. Because the weight of this is pretty substantial. So that's the quick look at the pen itself. What we'll do now is get some paper. Okay, here's some of our trusty Iroful A5 paper. And we're going to do the dip test with Iroshizuku Asa-Gao, which is kind of my go-to brand for testing out pens. Of course, we immediately get ink on our fingers. Okay, so let's give this just a dip test and check the quality of the nib. Get a little bit in the feed. And I can see already something hanging from the tip of the nib. So that's concerning. Let's see if that's just a little bit of paper fiber. Don't know where the paper fiber would have come from. But that was a little concerning to already have something. So okay, let's see how we go here. I think that's just coming from, I don't know where it's coming from, but there's definitely a paper fiber in there. I can see it still in there. So I don't know if that was when Pen Boutique was trying things out. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So that's my hand. Yeah, I don't think you can see that. I'm going to pause the camera here, and that way I can take a look at it a little more closely. So there was just a little paper fiber or something stuck in the nib. I think I got it cleared. Checked into the loop. It looked okay. I'm going to try that again. I guess my dip is a little off camera here. Okay. So let's see how this bad boy writes. Seems nice and smooth. Getting a little bit of bounce with the nib, which is nice. It's not a flex nib. But the writing seems okay after I cleared whatever was in the on the nib. I'm assuming that was probably something that Pen Boutique tested out before they sent it out, and just a little bit stuck there. So it doesn't seem to be a problem with the nib. Let's take a look with a writing sample. So this all seems okay. Um, I'm being really cautious with how I say this because I want to make sure, after seeing something wrong with the nib right out of the box, that I'm not premature in praising it. But it seems okay. So what I'm going to do now is do a proper fill, and I'm not sure how this power filler mechanism works. I think it's just a piston filler, so I probably should look it up, but you know what? We're going to do it live. So let's get the paper out of the way. And yep, so the back untwists. So we'll pull that out. And of course, the trouble with any kind of piston filler, unless it has an ink window, you have no idea if you got a good fill. So we're just going to have to trust that we did. So I think the the lava material definitely is pretty absorbent with the ink. So we will develop some potentially different colors on the section in time. But seems okay. And obviously I don't know how much I actually got in that fill. Let me try it with posted just for kicks. It's actually not terrible. The weight is substantial, but if I have the clip on the top there like that, it's manageable. Okay, so that is the Visconti Homo Sapiens in lava bronze. Well, we have to do an edit in here, so I took a moment to actually look at the manual that came with the pen and discovered that I had the filling system incorrect. So let's refill it properly. So if we bring in the manual and we keep on going that I didn't actually look through before, and we get to the power filler section, it turns out it's a plunger, and you actually need to not just unscrew the blind cap at the back, we actually need to pull the plunger out. So if I hadn't been so impetuous and jumped ahead, I would have actually opened up and read about it. So we're going to do a quick fill on camera just to satisfy the people who are going to be like, what are you doing? You're getting it all wrong. So let's try that. This time I'm going to lay my little cloth down because I see I'm already getting some drops of ink on my writing pad here. This is a cheap writing pad, so I'm not really worrying about it, but there's no need to get it all dirty. So let's do this properly. So first we unscrew the blind cap. And this time I'm going to make sure that I can see there that I got further than I did before, but I didn't actually notice before. So this time we're going to dip that all the way down, pull back on the blind cap so we can get the plunger out so you can see that. And then we're going to press, holding the pen firmly with my left hand, press the plunger down and hold it there for 5 seconds. And that should be a better fill than we did the first time. So cap that ink bottle so we don't get a spill. And now we should have a much better fill to write with. So we now return you to your regularly scheduled in progress description of the pen. So the Visconti Lava Bronze. Visconti Homo Sapiens Lava Bronze. So there we go. It's heavy. It's a substantial writer. It is very comfortable using it. Obviously, I had some issues with what I assume are paper fibers and the nib when it first came out of the box. But otherwise, it writes perfectly smoothly. No issues with it whatsoever. I was able to fill it. Again, presumably, I've got a decent fill in there. I don't really know until I use it for a much longer writing session and know how much ink it actually stores. But supposedly, according to Visconti and Pen Boutique and other places, it's a pretty good size fill. Yeah, it is a really nice pen. It is really something I'm looking forward to using. And I'll report back over time about how it's behaving for me. But I'm very hopeful. Like I said, it seems fine after the initial paper fiber. I don't think I don't think the nib's a problem, but I'm being really cautious about saying that just because now I'm a little trepidatious about how good the quality is because I had heard things about Visconti in the past. I don't think it's a problem, um, but I'm going to hold back judgment until I've had a longer writing session with it. But it's really nice. I'm really looking forward to using this. I'm really excited about it. So if you've had one of these Visconti pens in the past, let me know how you like them. Let me know things I should watch out for. Let me know things you love about it if it's something you've used in the past. Let me know if there's any questions you have about the pen. Um, and again, I want to say thank you to my wife, April, for buying me this pen. It's awesome, and I'm really excited about it. I know that my enthusiasm seems a little tempered right now just because of that paper fiber mishap, but it is something I'm really excited about, and looking forward to writing with it for a very long time, and see how that volcanic lava. Material absorbs moisture from the oil from my fingers and over time, and how that changes if that you get a different shading or patina on the resin as a result of that lava bonding with the resin to see how that changes things. I will report back again. If you have any questions, let me know, and until next time, keep on writing.